What's up, guys, and welcome back to another motivational video. Boys, I haven't made one of these in a minute. It's actually been like a couple of months since I made one of these videos, but I'm so excited to be back. We're doing this road to 10K, so it's only right that we throw in some motivational stuff in there. And in today's psychological lesson, we're going to be talking about self-doubt, limiting beliefs, and no confidence in yourself, specifically for trading. But you can also apply this concept to other themes and topics within your life, but this one's specifically for trading. So what is self-belief? What is self-doubt? Obviously, we know that's when, you don't believe in yourself. You don't think you can do this. You don't think you can do that. You put these objections in your head that make you believe that they're true about you, right? Like I could say like right now, I'm not a profitable trader. I suck at trading. I'm not meant for this. Those three phrases I just said, those are limiting beliefs. Those are things that I put within my own head that make me feel some type of way to the point where they become true. I say so much where I'm like, I'm not a good trader. I always mess up. I'm not meant for this. Where at some point it becomes a reality. It doesn't become true. Like I actually become a bad trader. I actually am not meant for this, right? Those are limiting beliefs. Now self-belief is like, it's kind of the same thing, but like, you just don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in yourself because you don't see results. Because you see other people, succeeding when you're not succeeding. You see you made no progress. You've been doing this for a year. You've been doing this for a year and a half. And trust me, because I know how that feels. Like I started trading back like last February. Like I'm a year and a couple of months in. And I just got my first payout last week. But it was straight a year of losses, a year of challenges, a year of failures for it to just all come back to me in literally 5 minutes, requesting a payout for $1,700. Like that's not a lot. That's not a lot of money. But to me, bro, that's like, damn, like that's insane. And that's all because I removed my limiting beliefs. For the first 8 months of trading, like until last January, like honestly, I was just doing whatever. I didn't really know what I was doing. And I was just kind of trading, okay, this, that. I saw this on YouTube. I'm going to try this, changing strategies. But I actually locked in on a solid model starting January. And that's where I started to, my road to a payout. And I was doing really good for the first 3 weeks. I was doing really good. And I took one loss. And I put in my head, it's like, okay, it's just a loss, right? And that loss kept going on and on and on. I didn't keep losing, but I kept remembering about that loss in my head. And it directly showed on the charts because I wouldn't trade. I'd be scared to trade. I wasn't confident in myself anymore. I wasn't confident in my model anymore. And I simply just couldn't trade just because I was scared of that feeling of losing. I was scared that if I lose, I'm not going to be able to succeed. And I literally remember me trading in the morning in my college dorm. I'd be like, okay, today's going to be a better day. And it was the same stuff. My setup would appear. My model would literally be there, an A+ model. And I wouldn't take it. I would literally draw it out, put my position there, and hover my hand over my button like this. Just stare at the screen and watch as the trade hit my full take profit where I could have made some progress in my journey. Okay, it's fine. Tomorrow's another day. Then I would go online. I'd go on social media and look at, people who I look up to in the trading space. I'd look at what they're doing. And they're banging the trades that I could have taken. They're hitting take profit. They're doing the things that I dream of doing. So then I'm putting in my head like, oh my gosh, you're not good enough. Like, look, this guy's succeeding. You're not succeeding. You're a failure. This, that, all these limiting beliefs in my head, right? And I knew I had to make a change, right? I still do this mistake to this day, right? I got a payout, right? And I was super confident last week. Super confident trading. Took a win. Great win, which got my payout. Then went break even on a trade. Good break even, but looking back at it, I shouldn't even have traded, bro. Like, I should have just chilled. But I was so overconfident getting this payout, I thought I was a shit, that I'm just trading literally whatever, bro. Then on Thursday, I took a great loss. Great statistical loss, right? And it was my fault because I didn't, check another pair. It was just a mechanical error. Did price play out to my position? Of course it did, I followed my model. I just had the wrong entry time frame, and that's something I learned from it. But I was trading this week, and I'm realizing like, hey, I'm committing the same mistakes that I was committing from January to May, not trading the way I want to trade because of these limiting beliefs. I'm scared to lose. I'm scared to lose 2 funded accounts. I'm scared to lose, progress on the new accounts I bought from the payout, you know, and I have this road to 10K that I can't let myself down, right? It's going to be the end of July and we're going to have $10,000. I guarantee that because I already put it in my head. But why am I still falling for these same mistakes that I worked so hard to overcome in the past? And that's okay, bro. That's just human nature, bro. Like, I was watching this video from this guy named Randy Howell. Great guy, great psychology guy. If you guys are trying to get into more, psychological videos, great guy. Not even just for trading. He has trading related stuff, but he has great psychology overall. And he says this: the brain does not learn from success. Success simply hardens and habituates existing patterns. Real learning only occurs at the moment of failure when the brain realizes its predictive model was incorrect. That's trading terminology. Now, if I look back on Thursday, right, that was a great statistical model, right? I shouldn't take that as a loss. You shouldn't take your losses as a beating to the face where you beat yourself over. You tell yourself all these untrue, thoughts about yourself. Take it as a lesson. Take it as like, okay, why did I take this trade? Why did I do this? And the mistake I learned from it, what can I, what was the mistake? And then you learn from that. You take the information, you process it, and you journal it. You write it down so you don't make that same mistake again. And if you make the same mistake again, you double down on it. You rewrite it. It's just human nature, bro. The human brain is programmed to naturally feel the fear of death, right? Naturally feel unconfident in certain situations. Have that little like Spider-Man, have that little spider sense when, something's not right. That's because you put that in your own head, bro. You develop this bad habit that, you have a fear of losing. You have a fear of failure. That when it actually comes to, put the work in to execute on your trades, to execute on your model, you already have in the back of your mind that I'm scared to enter. I'm scared to enter this trade. I'm scared to lose. So naturally, what are you going to do? You're not going to enter. You're not going to do anything about it, bro. Trading is literally a game of risk, bro. If you're not willing to put that risk on the table, bro, if you're not willing to lose, like, you're never going to succeed in this, bro. And I learned this like the hard way. I wasted months of progress simply because my psychology was so fucked up. Simply because I couldn't get the sense of losing, bro. I couldn't grasp it, bro. So what changed for me, right? I was struggling so hard for a good month, right? With the psychology. I was winning trades, I was losing trades, break even, not trading at all. And I went to this life coach thing and I met this guy and he's a life coach. And we were just talking about our business model and stuff like that. And I was telling him how like I struggle with confidence in myself. I have these, self-beliefs. I think like I'm just scared to lose. I'm scared that it's not going to work out. I'm scared I'm not going to be able to provide. I'm scared that my dream life was just, a false reality in my head. And what did he tell me? He taught me this exercise called a decision matrix. On the left, you're going to take a piece of paper. On the left side, you're going to write down all your limiting beliefs, right? You're going to write down, okay, I'm not good enough. I'm a failure. I'm scared of losing. All the stuff that's not true about you. And in the middle, you're going to write the complete opposite. You're going to write, I am meant for this. I am not scared of losing. I am a profitable trader. I am this, right? And on the right-hand side, you're going to write down situations where you've been in, where it's proven to you that you aren't a loser. You aren't a failure. You're meant for this, Like, for example, I can say, I'm not meant for trading. I'm not a good trader. This model doesn't work. I'm scared of losing. But on the right hand, I can say, I took a $1.7 thousand payout. I take winning trades. I was on a winning streak for a week. This model is profitable. I can write down all these, true things about myself that completely overshine these limiting beliefs that literally puts to proof that these limiting beliefs are simply not true about myself. Another quote from Randy, bro. You got to start becoming the observer. Step out of your thoughts. Recognize that you are not your thoughts or your beliefs. Rather, historical habits and beliefs have been creating you. Separating your identity from these patterns is crucial, bro. Now, what do you guys think that means? It's literally saying that your thoughts, they're not real, bro. Anything you say about yourself in your head, it's simply not true. But what is true are the actions that you do with your fingers when you go to market open, when you go to trade. You have to state the facts, bro. I say this all the time. You can't be afraid of losing, bro, because you're in control of everything. And that's why I love trading, bro. I'm in control of myself. There's no boss. There's nobody telling me what I need to do. I am the boss, bro. I tell myself what I need to do, what I need to see every single day in market open to execute my plan, execute my model, and take my profits for the day, win or lose. Stop looking for the aesthetics, bro. Stop looking for the pitch perfect model. Like, Stop looking for perfection, bro. Stop looking at the aesthetics. Look for the facts, bro. What did we see? We saw a high time frame imbalance. We saw a liquidity sweep. We saw a perfect DOL, and we saw an entry trigger. Take that trade, bro. Take that trade. Okay, PD array isn't there, but what do we have? We have a liquidity sweep, we have a clear DOL, we have an entry model. Okay, no liquidity sweep, but we have a PD array that we're sponsoring from. We have a crazy entry, and we have a clear DOL. Bro, it doesn't have to be pitch perfect, bro. And that's why I said at the beginning of the video, trading is literally a risk, bro. And the ones that succeed are the ones that were willing to put that risk on the table. And the ones that don't succeed, that 99% of the people are the people who are stuck here in their thoughts. The people that are stuck in their minds and thoughts that they know they're not going to succeed. They tell themselves, I'm not profitable, I'm not meant for this, I'm not good at this, and I should quit. I am a quitter. That's what they tell themselves in the head, bro. And I'm not only making this video out there for the people who are struggling with this certain, theme, this certain topic. I'm making this video for myself too, as a reminder of who I am as a trader, bro. To remind myself that I have a perfect model. My model is profitable. And to remind myself that everything up here that I say about myself isn't true. All these limiting beliefs, all this self-doubt simply isn't true, bro. And it's all bullshit. What's real though, what's real is coming into the market open, putting your hands in your desk, putting your hands in your lap, wherever they need to be, and look for facts and execute your model perfectly. And stop worrying about P&L, bro. The minute I started seeing progress in my trading is when I told myself that trading isn't a P&L game. It isn't how much money you made, how much money you lost. Trading is literally a probability game. Trade with probability. Trade the market, bro. Literally just trade the market. Trade, okay, this happened, then this happened. Okay, so this should happen. Trade the this should happen. The probability of the trade, bro. Stop worrying about money and start focusing on probability. What are the odds this setup actually presents itself? Okay, SMT at the lows, high time frame sponsorship, we tapped into a 5-minute clear hourly DOL plus a crazy entry trigger. What are the probabilities that since these 5 things happen that this trade's actually going to play out? Rather than, yeah, we have an IFEG, I'm going to enter. Trade probability, bro. You're going to see so much more progression with that. And literally just keep a straight face, sit here, enter your trade. I just want you guys to sit like this. Like this, right? Just watch. Okay, your break even got hit, move your break even. Take profit got hit. Okay, cool. Then, oh, stopped out. Close out of it. Done for the day. That's literally it, bro. Follow your motto, follow your plan, and remove those limiting beliefs out of your head, bro. That's the thing that's going to eat you up the most, bro. That's the thing I've seen a lot of people fail with and struggle with. And I've struggled with it too. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm making this video somewhat for me too, bro, because I struggled with it this morning, bro. I had FOMO. I was scared to take a trade because I was scared to lose. I'll put it like that. I was scared to lose this morning, so I didn't trade. But I can't win either if I don't trade. And what do I rather take? Not trading and, not making any progress, or trading probability and have a higher potential of winning than losing, bro. It's that simple, man. So I hope you guys can learn something from this video. I sure did learn something. I sure reassured myself, and I'm excited for Thursday and Friday, bro. I still got 2 days of progress to make, bro. I'm trading at 6 accounts right now. This is the highest I've ever been at. This is crazy, bro. The amount of progress I'm making, bro. I'm so excited for the DEX payout, man. Like, I'm hungry for it, bro. So I hope you guys learned something from it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And like I always say, I love and appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to follow me on all socials at Ethan Manolo and at NQRandy on Instagram. And I'll see you guys next time, bro. We got a daily vlog. Let's do daily vlog on Friday. Let's keep pushing these motivational videos out, boys. I'll catch you next time, guys.